I started working for my uncle in 1967. He had a drilling company as well as a refinery. In 1973, my uncle brought the news to me that he was going to sell his refinery. And then I'm going, now what? You can imagine I'm 24 years old, I'm going, now what am I going to do? He enabled me to start my company and open that opportunity that I would never had if these events hadn't come about. So I went to the bank, I borrowed $5,000. I bought a truck that after repairs, it was $3,750, and that left me $1,250 working capital to start my business. The fortunate thing was I started business in the middle of a fuel shortage of 1973. That fuel shortage gave me opportunity to make a lot of quick money. I was advertising that I had fuel for sale at a refinery. And when people needed it all over the state and all over the country, it didn't take a whole lot of expertise for this TCU boy to sell a few gallons of gasoline. And thus the company began and started and was starting to thrive with enough money to deal with different costs that would occur. In 1975, I hired my first employee. With that, that was my first office as well. My office was not connected to any electricity or telephone lines. So my only option was with a pick and shovel. I had to dig my own lines to lay the electrical and the telephone line. It was a one-desk office. It was a shack that an engineer had owned. My first employee and I split a desk, and we were there until we moved into 1977. We moved to 805 East Loop 820. And then the year after that, the second shortage came around, fuel shortage. Again, with that, when that happened, we were able to finance our company for years into the future because of the windfall profits that we made in the 1977 to 78 timeline. The 1980, we purchased another building which was next door to our Loop 820 building. It was 821 East Loop 820. A much larger building, enabled us to expand and park all our trucks and into where we were able to handle at this point a lot of other products and things we hadn't in the past, because in 1985 we went into the lubricant business. This diversification was strategic in our planning going forward. In 1985, the economy was reeling. Things weren't going well, and by the grace of God, we were doing well, and I did not have a good answer why. But in starting with that lubricant business, that was the beginning of a strategic profit-generating diversification. It enabled us to move in 1987 to our present facility, which is 5450 Wilbarger in Fort Worth. When we moved into the Wilbarger location, ExxonMobil decided they want to give us a shot at being their distributor, and we took on the ExxonMobil distribution. Over the next 25 years, we continued to diversify. We bought several companies during that time frame. Some were located, we still had our home base, which was in Fort Worth on Wilbarger, but we also had companies in Waco and Mineral Wells and Brady, and the most recent was Houston. During the last 25 years, our equipment company has had different faces. It started out as strictly as a company that we would supplement our fuel and lubricant business with. We would take care of their needs by delivering pumps and lifts or equipment or whatever they might need. But in recent years, we've decided we want to go into a full-blown marketing equipment company. As a result, we have transitioned into working with a lot of large customers, whether they are car dealerships or municipalities, and with that, We go in there and we install their lifts, their pumps, and all kinds of shop equipment that they may need. And we have become one of the largest equipment distributors in the state of Texas. Thank you. But that's pretty much my story, since it's going to be ending with my employment with Reader Distributors. But going forward, I have 2 able-bodied sons to run this company, and the future looks bright for Reader Distributors. Thank you.